Welcome back to the finale of Mega Man 5. And Wily stages are still pretty meh in this one too, unfortunately.
Look at all those spikes.
Look at that spike placement over on the right. I'm sorry, that is some bullshit.
It tricks you. It tricks you and you didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Anyway, I do remember this part of the Wily stages purely because I have the salt from that bullshit section at the start. It reminds me of this particular level.
I like the little cannon enemies, and I like the design of these enemies in general, with like these cute little googly eyes, and they're just adorable.
Alright, again, it's the thing that they're alright here. I won't remember many of these enemies after the fact, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mega Man 5 is one of those games where, like, you'll have a decent time while playing it, unless you're Mia, and I mean to an extent Flame. But you'll probably won't remember a whole lot of it.
Or anyone who has a functioning brain.
This part is just irritating. I mean, you can easily move past them, but still, these enemies are really annoying.
Yeah, 4 was the game that just littered spikes everywhere. 5's the game that just lets all these random clusters of things like gangbang you. Like, they seem to have their little quirks going on here.
These platforming sections with the treadmill-like platforms, we've saw that in a Proto Man stage earlier, and no, I don't like it.
Hey, Stompy Crusher ceiling, that's fun.
Yeah, this has made its epic return from Mega Man 4.
Yeah, I don't like this shit.
Yeah, neither do I.
And no one liked it in 4, why bring it back?
I don't know, it's...
Because they had the assets and they were like, I'm too lazy to design another level gimmick. Let's just steal one from the previous game. The kids won't notice.
Yeah. I probably should have mentioned this somewhere around the beginning of this series, but this game came out, like, literally a year after Mega Man 4. Like, Mega Man 4 came out in America, at least, like, January of 92, and then this game came out in December of 92. It's a pretty quick release schedule.
Yeah, and then over here in the UK, we didn't get 6 at all until it was on the Virtual Console. That was fun.
Oh, I feel so bad for you guys.
It's just the usual thing, you know.
Yeah, the more I learn about 6, the more interested I am in it, like how it's published by Nintendo and just how late in the... Like,
it's a good game.
Yeah, like how late it was developed, and it's like a lot of people consider it like one of the games there's like retro, like before retro became a thing, because it was during the Super NES's life cycle and it was on the NES. Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, at this point, Sonic 2 was... This came out in December 92, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, then, Sonic 2 was out by now.
Well, okay, I mean, yeah, to be fair, but I mean, like, it was only about... the SNES had only been on the market for about a year, and the Genesis 2... The Genesis had been out for at least 3 years, because that came out in 89, didn't it?
Yeah, and 88 in Japan.
I glossed over Big Pets. It's an alright boss.
Alright is the term.
Yeah, not much more to say than that.
Yeah. That's, Mega Man 5, not much to say.
Sure is a Mega Man 5.
I mean, in my opinion, there's more to say than Mega Man 4, if only because I'm trying to defend this game. I haven't done a great job at it, but I mean, I still like it. I don't like how Wily's base is designed, though. It just looks rather bland and generic.
It does, and that's a fun jump.
Flame loves his base levels, though.
Fuck off. Oh, here's the underwater section. I knew there was one somewhere. I just didn't realise it was actually in a Wily stage rather than, an actual Robot Master level.
Yeah, and it's, again, it's alright. It has bubbles that kind of pop out. There are these pipes down here. I mean, it's just your standard Mega Man water stage. And it has the same physics as well. I do think the Mets here are kind of annoying because their placement is just kind of awkward.
Yeah, they're still not quite as irritating as the ones from Burstman stage in 7.
Oh god.
Yeah, they're just irritating, and they're around like really heavy spike sections as well. It's like, yeah, you got some tight jumps with these fuckers sort of floating around.
Yeah. And then we get a return of the little mini Mets. Again, still not as irritating as the one in Mega Man 3 with the toads and whatnot, but eh. Do these bats have like any additional like significant changes between the ones that we've seen, like the purple bats or the red bats or the green bats?
Not really, no. They just...
Guess they give different types of scratches.
Yeah, possibly.
I see what you did there.
Oh, man. We'll help each other out. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yes, exactly. I like the design of that chicken enemy. I think it's kind of annoying because of the mini chickens, or the mini eggs, but it's still pretty cool. This section here, like using the gyro thing, was kind of irritating, especially that where I just took a hit and said, fuck it.
Yeah, the one that was in the lower room there where you were, like, where it was jumping at you, I've always just used Stone Man's weapon and just hugged to the ladder, so I couldn't get hit, but I was constantly hitting him. It's a slower way of doing it than using the gyro, but you're safer.
Yeah.
And this boss is actually okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't like the erratic movement. I don't like how slow the platforms move, so you can get to hit him, but I like his design. It's called the Cirque Ring 9?
Okay.
Q9. Cirque Ring Q9. Yeah, it's...
Who the fuck cares?
A lot of these bosses are just have weird names.
Yeah, they're names that you wouldn't know unless you look them up, because the game gives no indication of what the fucker actually is.
Yeah, like Big Pets, Cirque Ring 9, a Wily Dragon. I don't think that's its name, but it was a dragon and it was green. And it was by Dr. Wily, so yeah.
Big Pets actually got cut out of the European one.
I thought it was Proto Man.
We've already had a twist, man.
Maybe I shouldn't be playing Double Dash then.
Maybe you should pay fucking attention.
I am paying attention, I have 2 monitors.
Alright, it's time for the rematches.
More of the same, you know. They weren't exactly interesting the first time around. They're sure as hell not exciting now, but this is an arbitrary end of game thing that Mega Man does, so whatevs.
Again, I still like them because just going through these guys in like quick fashion, like ba 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 ba, it's really satisfying. And I think this is the fastest boss rush run that we've had in our little Mega Mania marathon so far.
Well, if you took your time with 2, that's your problem, but you know.
Screw you.
Is that like what we come to now? It's just screw you.
Hey, it's better than actual arguments with logic and shit.
Oh yeah, you know.
I'm glad that this series has been less heated than I was expecting. I mean, it got a little bit in the beginning, but I think we can...
Fuck you, Crocs boy.
I was about to say we tended to respect each other, each other's opinions on this game. But,
yeah, well, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, well, now it's just starting to get downhill.
One thing I want to say in advance is I apologize for whoever it is who's uploaded these to YouTube, who's uploaded my run of Mega Man 6 to YouTube. I think it's Flame, for not editing out the boss rush. If I was in charge, I would have edited out the boss rush in Mega Man 6, but Flame has a small penis.
No, I believe in consistency.
Yeah, and believe it or not, the boss rushes are an integral part of the game and the series.
I like the bus rush. It's when I'm a few minutes late and I still need to get to college anyway, right?
Mispronunciation is fun.
I love it when the commentators don't know how to talk.
Instead, they just scream. Ah! Wait,
we
that's
haven't sold out that
Grumps.
much yet. Anyway, I think you had a little bit of slowdown there, just as he shoots out his weapon.
Yeah, I mean, there still is a case of slowdown within Mega Man 5, because it wouldn't be Mega Man without slowdown. But, again, it's like in Mega Man 4, it's not as irritating as it was in 3.
I did notice they're actually just reusing the old rooms for the boss rush. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure in at least 2 had new rooms for them. Like, it was a boring room, but I just think back to things like how Bubble Man, I don't think he was in water, was it? Well, he didn't have the spikes on the ceiling, at least. And I just think like they had their own background as well, which was a boring fucking base background, but it was new. Rather than just... This is just reloading the same bit of map from the original fight.
Sure, you could call it lazy, but I wouldn't necessarily say new is better either. Like these boss room designs are just generally pretty alright, so I mean, it's okay to use them in my opinion. I mean, reuse them.
It doesn't make sense in context because, like, the idea is that we're refighting these bosses in Wily's castle. It's now like we're on the back of a train again. Like, you know, it's just... It takes you out of it.
Takes you out of the Mega Man 5 experience.
Yeah.
Well, maybe when we go inside the boss's room in each of the levels, we get magically transported to the Wily Castle.
Well, we don't, because that's something you bullshitted on the spot in a desperate attempt to defend this game.
And yes, that is entirely true. So now this is the only time we get to use the M thing, and as you can tell, it takes forever.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
Also, this boss is probably the worst in the game. You have to use the Star Crash in order to defeat him, and the hitbox is tiny, 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 tiny.
Like Flame's dick.
I just use a charged Mega Buster, honestly. It's quicker, it's easier. Well, it's maybe not quicker, but it's definitely a lot less fiddly than this is.
Well, I mean, I still think the hitbox for him is rather tiny, because, like, the stage moves up as he comes down, so if you jump before it finishes doing that, you're probably not going to get a good hit off of him.
Yeah, it's more difficult to time your jumps when the platform you're standing on is moving.
I suppose, but this stage also just takes far too long. You see that there? Like, I swear I hit him, but it just deflected off.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with the enemy from Waveman stage, the mini-boss there. It's just the little hitbox is far too tight.
Well, I mean, the hitbox is a bit more noticeable than here as well. I mean, I think the hitbox in there is generally a bit bigger too, but this one just seems very tiny and slight. So yeah, I don't like this one. And the last build up to the final Wily bosses is kind of meh as well. It's nothing that Mega Man 2 had. I think it might be even blander than the last 2 games as well.
I seem to recall the boss being that one where Wily just spawns in randomly and shit, but this opening stage here is trash. There's fucking nothing here. Why not just take us to the boss, you know?
I'm sorry, here, I'll say it myself. Why didn't you just go past that fucking enemy, you retarded piece of shit?
I just like the whole kind of tone of dissonance of me just saying like, oh, this boss at this level is pointless, there's nothing here, and you managed to get hit down to 2 fucking health points.
Dumbass.
Jesus Christ.
You're welcome. This is Wily Machine number 5. He looks really doofy. You beat him with the super arrow.
That was a
What?
boss.
Yep, and then immediately switch to beat, because now it's time for Wily Capsule number 2.
Yeah, this is the same boss they used as the ending of the Game Gear version. It's just as piss there as it is here. Like, I don't even use B, honestly. Just, you know, use your charge Mega Buster and
Yeah,
he's
but even's a
fucking
pussy.
dead. Yeah.
Well, I think I've said this before. Like, there are some points, we just saw it, that you can't necessarily hit him with the Mega Buster. You could probably use the Rush Coil, but who wants to use Mega Man 5's Rush Coil? So, like, you see Beat, he just kind of automatically goes over to where Dr. Wily is. I mean, unless you touch him.
Yeah, touching Wily.
Touch Willy.
But yeah, it's just generally a lot easier to use Beat to hit him. And yeah, see, he just kind of automatically goes to where Wily is coming up to next. And these, like, circular things are pretty difficult. No, not easier to dodge if you're using beat as well. It doesn't change the fact this is rather slow and not very involving at all, but still.
Yeah, these final bosses, they tend to go two ways. They're either piss like this, or they're bullshit hard like, say, 7. You know, I can't really think of any bosses that are middle ground. Like, yeah, like, all the classic ones are really piss, but... You know.
I think 2's final boss, like, as... it had a pattern, and it was like once you got that pattern down, it was rather easy to defeat him. But I still liked the theme, and I mean the music was fucking awesome. And yeah, I think that's kind of the middle ground you're looking.
Yeah, I just think that figure 8 is too predictable, but whatever.
Oh, he just kind of put him on in the cage in the air like a monkey.
Yeah.
And how did he get him out when he was clearly still in the cage?
I love this sprite here. Mega Man looks so pissed as he's using all his strength there. He looks like he's got a sort of witch's nose or something, the way it's pointing down.
Yeah, it's certainly a doofy ending. Also, Proto Man obviously saved them, but, like, how?
Proto magic.
Magic. Proto magic. Okay. That's a thing that exists.
Hey, there's a Magic Man in Mega Man and Base.
We also like to pretend Mega Man Base doesn't exist, but you know.
Yeah, wasn't that it? That was another, like, a game that people consider shit too, right?
Yeah, that's fucking awful.
Why? And
it's just bullshit. It is just bullshit.
Okay, well, I have to check that one out later.
You will.
But
play the GBA one. You know you will know.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Mega Man 5, folks. I think I'll repeat what I said in the beginning. I like this game. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's shit or bad or anything. It's just kind of like your standard Mega Man game. Does suffer from the fact that this is like one of the late entries in the Mega Man series. After having already 4 games, the series at this point was starting to get kind of stale, so Capcom really needed to do something to spice things up. But like by itself and as a Mega Man game, it does the job. And yeah, pretty alright.
Yeah, I think Mega Man 5, it plays it safe in a lot of ways. It's underwhelming, especially compared to the earlier games. I think you might have more fun with it if it's the first Mega Man game you play, but that's just because you don't know how much more charm the other games have and how much more originality they got. I don't flat out fucking despise this game like I do certain other games, but...
I wonder which one that is.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious at this point which one I fucking despise. But, this game, it's not the worst in the numbered series, but it's so fucking lucky that 7 exists.
My opinion is basically that it's garbage. I don't like it.
Cool. Some people can keep things concise, I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see why people would think it's shit. Because of the bosses and the weapons and, again, the just general lack of progression in the series. But, I mean, again, I just find it to be just alright. It's okay. It's good.
It's safe. Like a half thumbs up. I can look at it and nod and go, yes, Mega Man 5 sure is a video game.
Yes.
And there we go with all the other people's wacky pseudonyms. Because
whoop-de-doo.
Yes. Mickey, bamboo. This is literally what I've got to at this point. But there's 20 seconds left now. I don't know what to say.
Well, I don't think anyone has known what to say throughout this playthrough. I'm just glad it didn't devolve into a gigantic shitfest unlike some other playthroughs. I'm not referring to anything in general. But in any case, that's Mega Man 5, folks. We'll see you on the next Mega Mania series, the last one, with 6.
Recorded by me.
And even your opinions are shit.
No one cares.